I tend to think that when I make plans, the universe giggles at me. Because when I make plans, nothing goes to plan. So, in the last episode, you might remember that I made a bone meal farm that used a flying machine to harvest melons. You're probably also going to notice that there's no more flying machine. And that would be because if there's any kind of server lag, or if I were to, go over to my base while it was running, the flying machine breaks. And it breaks bad. And it's a pain in the butt to put back together again. So, after having that happen like 4 or 5 times, I decided that it's not going to be doable for me. So I decided to make something a little bit different. It's kind of based on the same concept as the melon and pumpkin farm that I have over in that direction. But instead of using observer blocks everywhere, I have one observer block for every 6 rows, and all that happens is whenever that one grows a melon, it fires off all 6 rows. Now, the problem with that is that if that plant right there doesn't grow a melon, and the three spots around it that have melons end up getting filled by other plants, that observer's never going to fire. So what I did is just simply added a couple of redstone dust in between each of these sections. So when this one fires, it'll also fire the pistons that are around the other observers on each side of it, and that'll make sure that there's always a chance that that plant will grow. And so far that's been working really, really well. I have been watching this thing run for the past couple of days now, and made some minor tweaks to it, and everything looks to be working really, really nicely now. So I've also put in a lot more storage for bone meal, and it sends over all the bone meal automatically. And let's just see here. Yeah, it's not super fast, but it's not too bad, and it will meet my needs for this tree farm. So, with that being said, I am going to have enough wood from this thing and that bone meal farm to be able to make my storage system. So, let's head on over there and get started with the layout. Alright, so as you can see, I am in my mega base, and it looks like nighttime's coming, but I have spammed this area with torches, so I'm not going to worry about it. So, as you can see here, if you ignore all of the dirt blocks that have been placed by Enderman over the past couple of months, you're going to see all of these cobblestone blocks that I've got here, and this is where my layout is going to be for my storage system. I figured out what blocks I would like to have storage for because, well, it's just me on this server for now. So I'm going to have all of the blocks that I want to use. I'm going to have to mine them myself or farm them myself. And I want to make that as easy on myself as possible. I figured that between all of the blocks that are available in Minecraft 1.16 and what are probably going to be available in 1.17 when that comes out, I wanted a lot of room. So I did like spreadsheets and stuff, and I realized that in order to be able to have enough room for everything that I want, I'm going to need 256 sets of storage spaces on each floor of my storage system, and oh hey, there's a skelly. But I'm also going to need 3 different floors of those 256 storage system storage in order to have enough room for everything that I want. Plus, in this area, I'm going to be doing storage silos for things like dirt and cobble and all the things that I need more than like 3 chests full of stuff for. So, this is a big project. It's going to take me, probably a couple of weeks to do. But I am going to start laying down the first floor of chests so that we can see how this is going to look. And then I'm going to show you some of the other things that I'm going to need in order to be able to get this working and auto sorting and things like that. So I'm going to just jump into a quick time lapse and lay down chests and get this thing set up the way that I want to. And this is just where I'm going to say that if you are planning something really big, something that's got to be right the first time, plan it out instead of just doing it, and you won't have to tear it down and rebuild it like this. So I have laid out all of my my chests here for the first level of my storage system. And you're going to notice that as long as I'm close to the middle, you can see all of the chests, but if I start backing away from over here, they disappear. And that is because of how Minecraft deals with something called entities, like chests and things like that, that are just floating on the ground there. If you get far enough away from them, they don't display properly and they don't act properly. So, I do have a solution for that, because it's actually going to cause problems a little bit later when I start throwing items into the storage system. Things are going to get weird if I don't have those chests loaded properly, or, if I'm not close enough to the items as they're flowing through the system. So, in order to do that, what I'm going to be using is something called a chunk loading system. But that'll come after I actually have all of the chests in place and everything ready for me to start throwing things into the system. But there's something else that I realized that I needed. With a sorting system, I need a lot of redstone components. I need comparators, and I need redstone dust, and I need redstone torches, and I need repeaters, and I used all of the redstone I have managed to mine on my bone meal farm and my tree farm. So I have nothing. But there is something that I do have. Let me show you. So you may remember way back in episode 1 that I had found this little witch hut. And that is going to be super important for me because with a witch hut, you can make a witch farm. And this witch hut will be taken down. And I will be building several platforms that witches can spawn on. And then they will be sent to their death. And this is going to give me all sorts of goodies, including all of the redstone dust that I am going to need for the rest of my Minecraft series. It's going to give me redstone dust. It's going to give me bottles. It's going to give me stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of stuff. So I'm going to get started on that. There's this really easy build that I found online. I'm going to get it set up, and then I will show you what I did and give you some information about who it was built by and all of that fun stuff. So I finished the witch farm build about 20 minutes ago, and I've been sitting up in the AFK spot for, about 20 minutes now. I decided to go and have lunch, and so this is where we're sitting. And there's a few things that I noticed that I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to spawn-proof just a little bit of area here. Because I'm so high up, I don't have to go and spawn-proof all the caves and things like that. But I noticed that, these little bits of land right over here, and a little bit of the land down there, and some of the stuff over there, there were still some mobs spawning on. So that's not good, but that's not really a lot of work to do. So I'll take care of that shortly. But more importantly, let's see how 20 minutes worth of AFKing got us. You can hear the witches. That's 20 minutes. That's insane. Okay. So I'm going to get out of here because this is really, really loud. So I've got some cleanup to do, and based on what I saw there, I am going to need to set up a much better storage system than I've put in there just as a basic. That one chest there is just not going to cut it for more than, about half an hour. So I'm going to do that off camera, and I'm going to AFK for, a little while. I need a lot of redstone dust, and, the cool thing is that I also get gunpowder out of that, which means that I'm finally going to be able to get some rockets so that I can get back and forth between my different builds really quickly. So I'm going to do that. Get the rates up even further, and get the storage system for this place ready, and then we'll meet back over at my storage system. Holy moly, there's a lot of stuff that I need in order to just finish the sorter on this thing. So this is what I managed to build, to craft and collect from the witch farm. And I had to go and get a whole bunch of packed ice for item transport, and I had to craft up a whole lot of smooth stone here, and that's what we need in order to be able to finish working on just this floor of the sorting system here. I've got a fair amount of work to still do. We'll throw all of the sorters on here, and then I'm going to figure out how I want this to look in here. And once I've got that figured out, then I've got another floor, or 2 floors of sorting system to do. Yeah, this thing's going to be humongous. And then I got to make it all work. So that's going to be something that we'll work on once I've got all 3 floors together. And in the next episode, I think we'll put the finishing touches on it and make sure that this thing can actually work properly. So I'm just going to jump into another time lapse, and we will get this floor done. So, I mean, it doesn't look like much right now because I made it very, very small. But this is like a really expandable system. So, hello. Anyways, as I was saying, this is a really expandable system. So, I mean, this little bit that I've got here, this is just a start. I wanted to get just something in place for my sugarcane, and this has been running for about 10 minutes or so, and I've got almost a stack here, so that's not bad. I plan on adding several more modules and making this couple stories high, but I'll be honest, I couldn't really do any more because I've got a really, really nasty toothache and just can't focus on it right now. So I thought I'd, at the very least, say goodbye to you guys today. And I'm gonna get that tooth looked at, and I'll be back with another video as soon as I'm feeling better. So thank you guys again for watching. If you like what you've seen, and you haven't hit that subscribe button, well, why not? And, if you like the video, then comment about it, down below and let me know what you like. And if you don't like it, maybe I'll listen to you as well. So, just give me some feedback here. So, thank you everybody, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.